Elysian Fields. Ooh. Okay. I see origami. And perhaps a killer. Who's to say?
Housefire, a bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Got it.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
One of the new housing developments, a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any Century Unit 211 in progress, 522 South Hill
The arson
Street,
desk has
unit to
been trying to
handle
nail that
code 3
son of a bitch
identified.
for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? They'll have kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
It would be very nice if the game didn't trigger people talking during a scene when it knows that people are talking. Like, don't fire a street crime trigger when we're in the middle of scripted dialogue. I feel like that should have been an achievable goal. I'm gonna go so far as to say that should have been an achieved goal. Oh my god, am I gonna get from point A to point B without slamming into nothing? I think we're on the road. I might actually get from point A to point B without slamming into nothing. Yay! First time for everything. Oh, hey. Suburban Redevelopment Fund again. How about... Oh.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Oh, right, that's the doc. I thought that was Captain Connolly. No, this is just Mal. Hi, Mal. Are there corpses in here, Mal?
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
It doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
That's... Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
I like how they have a name for that. I'm sure that's an actual thing. I'm sure any firefighters in the chat would be happy to tell me about that.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Oh boy, Cole.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
And there's even less evidence now, oh boy.
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
I mean, he's furious at me for trying to ascribe meaning and reason and decent cop work to fires. How dare I? Also, like, did anyone think to put on a mask? It's an awful lot of smoke and soot. Okay. Listen, can somebody tell Roy Earl that he doesn't have to actually murder Cole or arrange for a mob hit or nothing? Just leave him on the arson desk for 6 months and he'll eventually develop either lung cancer or mesothelioma or both. Wait, mesothelioma is lung cancer. Okay, he's going to develop mesothelioma.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
Biggs.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
Oh, boy.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Hey there, buddy. What do you mean I don't look like a fireman? I've got a yellow hat. It's kind of like a fire helmet.
LAPD, can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Dudley!
Interesting. How's your resting dude face, Dudley? Sure looks like a dude. Come to think of it, you look like a familiar dude. I'm going to have to look up this guy's actor.
I don't have all day.
Dudley Foreman is played by, I cannot believe this is an actual human man's name, Dennis Cockrum. Congratulations, Dennis Cockrum. You have a tremendous name and also a good, solid working acting career, which is more than many of us can say. Tell me about the fire, would you?
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Okay, did you immediately need to start with the looky roundy eyeball smuggy? Could you have even given me a second to think that you might be telling the truth?
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
You don't know, huh? Okay. What do I have in my old notebook? I have the bodies being moved, the family photograph, the weekend away. Yeah, we don't have any indication that they, I don't think you could have possibly known this.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
How did...
What? I don't know.
I don't believe you. How do you not know? But also, you're not doing the looky roundy eyebrow wavy bullshit. But also, how did you find out that they were in there? Like, did you go in? Are they visible? Yeah, actually, no, there are other cops on site, so presumably there was, like, fire department to put out the fire, and then there was, oh god, there are people in here, and... Okay. I suppose that's not the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Also, you haven't, like, twitched or... Well, you kind of almost blinked a little bit there, but alright, fine.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
I see. Well, you've been exceedingly helpful. Sort of. Let's see what my buddy friend has gotten up to. Wait, something just vibrated at me. What's vibrate? Oh, it's cigarettes. Wait, actually, that footprint might be something.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
That's a damn good thing we saw that. I was just trying to, like, shortcut and go to my motor car. Oh, hey, a newspaper.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fire should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Well, that's bad. Benoit Blanc is not happy about that. Okay, well, so we know our arsonist is named Ira. I think maybe if I had remembered other newspapers before this, I could have pieced that together, but now we have it for certain. Oh, hey.
Looks like the same model.
Also serviced by Reginald Varley. Lovely. Okay.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Not great. Also, can someone just shut off that water? I feel like we should... Can we not call the water department? We... That's not a fire hose. That's just... You're just leaking... probable sewage. Oh, that... You probably ought to turn that off. Also, there's a white dot on my map. What is the provenance of this white dot on my map? Oh, are you just the neighbor guy? Oh, the white dot on my map is the neighbor guy. I already chatted with the neighbor guy. Thank you, neighbor guy. You were present when I discovered the footprint. Very helpful footprint. Maybe now that I've discovered other things at the house here, there are more things to ask Mr. Cockrum. Or rather, the character portrayed so expertly well by Mr. Cockrum. Slightly different thing. Buddy, do we have any more questions for you, maybe? We totally do.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Kent says I was looking out, though.
Okay. Well, you're definitely fibbing a little bit. Do you have any reason to... Actually, there's footprints in your yard.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got?
Well, I know there was someone in your yard on account of the Prince of Boots.
I can see you're the excitable type.
Damn it.
You shouldn't let your imagination run away with itself.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Fuck yes.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
A folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Okay.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
What if we unfold it, though? Do we take away...
Don't break it.
Do we take away a tenth
I'm
of a
not.
percent of a wish?
I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
So there's
For
Leland
Elysian
Monroe
Fields
of Elysian
developments.
Fields.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Do you think... Oh, you've got the second half of one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Well, now let us find a gain well, and well us some gain or something. Sportsman notes that the origami to wish ratio seems inefficient, and, I mean, yeah, in the sense that you gotta do 1,000 of a thing to get a wish, but show me an alternate means of getting a wish. You're not exactly like, you're not recreating a wish in the aggregate here. I really hope everybody appreciated the obscure reference to the movie Moneyball I just made. Gives me an opportunity to use this rarely used drop. Was a very funny joke in my head.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Thank you, operator. She's really good at her job.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
I don't know what makes you so
Great.
but it really
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Rancho Escondido.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America, dickhead.
sir. Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart mouth
fray.
son of a bitch.
Whoa!
Come on, then!
Buddy!
Hey,
Okay. Oh, we're just duking it out with everybody. It's a good old fist riot. Okay, alright, we can have us a fist riot. I didn't intend for a fist riot. I wasn't dressed for a fist riot, but damn it, we can have us a fist riot. Oh, you got kabonked. Oh, you got kabonked. Oh, hi there, Sooty Man. Oh, get headbutted, fucker. Oh, wait, you're back. You're back for more. Whoop. Whee! Kabonk!
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Well, off go you, fist fuckers. Wait. Anyway. A loose brick.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Ah!
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Well, alright, I'm pretty sure I just heard the You Found All the Things music. So we came all this way just to fist fight some dudes and discover that their houses are crap. Which, okay.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Now,
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
ordinarily, I bet when 2 random police officers show up at Elysian
May I
Fields,
help you, gentlemen?
they're just here to get bribes.
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You should. Have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Thank you. Mean gatekeeper lady? Keeping all the gates.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Biggs, we're working here.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Well, first thing, you can tell us how you did it.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Mm-hmm. And you're, I saw, y'all see the little mouth twitch? I saw that mouth twitch.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
It's a question. It's a good question. Also, I'm sorry, can I get a 3,000 square foot ranch house for $9,000? I can come up with $9,000. Dang it.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Leland.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Well, the vital ingredient called proof is that your picture's on the flyer. Dummy.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Okay. Well, I got a trophy for getting that one right. Good job.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Mr. Goldblum, I don't think you're being truthful here, Jeff. Business, I don't do a Jeff Goldblum, but business does not find a way. What do we have about one weekend vacation? I mean, houses to be demolished, probably. Yeah, it's not,
I think you're being less than candid, Mr. Monroe. You're building these homes to some timetable. You're under pressure to get rid of the holdouts.
And how exactly do you think you can prove that in a court of law, detective?
Okay. So that's the game saying you damn well better prove it. Soldiers housing?
Every developer is under time pressure, son.
Damn it.
On one hand, you got the investors who want a return. On the other, the purchasers who want what they paid for. That's business. Now, are we finished?
I bet I should have hit that with the cheap mortar to say, you know, you're using shitty materials and doing slapdash jobs because you've got a slap and dash. It's probably how the phrase slapdash came about, actually.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Buddy.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Well, how about the inferior materials we found? That's not as difficult as the last one, my friend.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life.
So what you're saying is they're in on it, too.
Investment of that magnitude demands it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them?
Yes.
The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
No, it would not. It would be a wild
Dear,
goose chase.
I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Oh, boy. You're not exactly
Let's
subtle.
give help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Oh, hey, Chapman. Chapman? No? Which one of these is supposed to ring a bell, then? Do I know Joe Bradley? Oh, it is Chapman.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Okay, then. Can I just have this? Lady? No? Okay.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Dang it.
I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
Well, someone was helpful. And and we're calling it a day. Great, great. Go be seen at the restaurant where you were publicly disgraced by your sordid affair with... Okay. Good job, Cole. Fucking dummy. Oh, hey.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that.
Rude. Cole doesn't
You're not
know
going to
who
ask
was
me
the
why
one
I'm
who
here?
fucked him?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. You'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Boy, don't be subtle about the corruption or nothing. You know, you don't have to be
You get the
so
message about Monroe?
winking and nod about it.
Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
I'm sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
That's me.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life.
Oh.
Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Okay. Also, did anyone else notice that Jack works for the obviously crooked company that Monroe was... Oh, boy. Well, I mean, the game has kind of presented Cole and Jack in a star-crossed lovers scenario, so... Maybe Jack's just a right and upstanding noble fella. He does hate Roy. I remember there was like a scene where Jack was mad at Roy. That was several weeks of real life ago, and I don't remember the finer details, but Jack might be a good guy, or he could be the final betrayal in the tragic story of the one good cop, Cole Phelps. Bet you the final choice of the game is going to be, do you give in to corruption and become just another crooked cop, or do you stick to your morals and get fucking gunned down like an asswipe, but something Kingdom of Heaven? Rockstar does love their, stick by your guns, get gunned down like an asswipe, something Kingdom of Heaven endings. See also Red Dead Redemption. If we think they're going for the Red Dead Redemption ending, that means that the epilogue of this game is going to see us play as Jack Phelps, the previously uncared about son of Cole Phelps, and he'll go track down and murder Roy Earl so as to avenge his father's death, and then just fuck around in the open world because there isn't actually anything to do as Jack Marston. It's fine. It does mean that L.A. Noire 2 will see us probably play as Roy Earl, and it'll be awesome. No, it'll see us play as Roy Earl's previously unknown of first partner who mentors a young Cole Phelps. Okay, I think this is starting to fall apart. I don't think the Red Dead Redemption comparison can handle this much scrutiny. I might need to drop the bit.
sportsman just cheered 1 bit. Drop
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Let's take a look at the car.
By the way, guys,
Let's
we're
see what
cops.
he's hauling around.
Okay.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Great. Awesome. Amazing. Love that for me. Also, you've got some of those shitty mosquito coils. What with the long burning.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
And, most pointedly perhaps, a box full of these flyers.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Not great.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Armed man on a tram thing.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identify.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Okay, do we have a... Is there a way we can... I don't think we can... Well, that's a fire truck. Maybe we could have commandeered a fire truck. No, we got some pretty strong rubber band physics with this. Yeah!
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Okay.
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
All right.
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer, I think. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Hello, bud. Tried to shoot me.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point, but the evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Man's got a point. Like, Cole...
Nice work, gentlemen. You put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award.
Gee, thanks.
We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? You'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Aha! Aha! Aha!
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
No.
Hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe
Jack's
me,
got a
Elsa,
point.
I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Chick's got a point? Okay. Hey, question, who's Lou? Like, I got a question. Okay, so here's the thing. This is like twice now that the game has just plot contrivanced its way into, oh, we need this thing to happen. Don't worry about how we got there. This is a big, impactful moment, even though we didn't set the stage for it. Like, who the fuck is Lou? We never met this guy. And so we don't care about him at all. We find out he existed in the scene where we find out he died. And now it just so happens that Elsa got a settlement from California Fire and Life. Just so happens. And also, Cole's going to send her off to work with Jack Kelso in a dishonest, trickeration-filled way that definitely, one, is going to blow up in Cole's face and get Jack Kelso mad at him again, and two, is going to get people, possibly Elysian Fields people, to try to kill the German singer lady. Like, we're trying to root for Cole because he's the protagonist and he's the character we're controlling here. My man is making a series of poor decisions. It's a long series of very poor decisions. We did get 4 stars on the case, though. That's nice. Hey, Mage Hand. I need you to grab this. Can't be added to inventory. What? Grab it and yoink it. Throw it at Gale. Thank you.
Let's get going.